It's time for another part of playthrough from Gran Turismo 2, and today is gonna be something a bit different because today I have station wagons or just wagons cup and 80 sports car cup, so it's gonna be something like wagons and 80s classic. Let's check out what I have in my garage. If I'm not mistaken, for first wagon cup I can get this Subaru Impreza, which was, to be honest, kept for this kind of event. So let's check that out. Can I actually take part in the first race without any problems? Looks like I can, but all races have limits for 400 PS is the power limit here on each track, even though we can see different licenses required for these races and different amount of cash. Okay, so first track again is Rom short course. Let's check that out. Seems pretty simple, but it's not that much simple. I'm driving Subaru Impreza Wagon from 1994, and the starting grid was actually probably version 5 or version 6. We also have Nissan Stagia, probably another generation of Nissan Primera wagon or something like that, I don't know. And the rest, these cars are not very important, so I pay attention. Oh, that is probably also Subaru Legacy, this old good GTB version. If I'm not mistaken, this GTB was actually a second generation of Subaru Legacy. But, well, it ain't that much difficult because luckily we have modified Subaru Impreza from 1994, and even though I'm driving around short course, so opponents might have a chance to overtake me easily, turns out it's not that much difficult. These opponents are just crashing into themselves, so what can I say? As long as I am on the lead, everything works just fine. Yeah, well, this first race is actually very easy, but I'm not sure about the other track. What might happen there? You can see Nissan Primera Wagon, Subaru Impreza, version 6. Okay, it's not GTB, but Touring GT from 1993. I mean Subaru Legacy, and also Nissan Stagia and Mazda Familia? There was actually a wagon version of this car? Whatever. I'm taking this cash. I got a new car. I just need to save the game file. I got some chocolate, because you know, sugar, I need to kept awake. Okay, time for the next race. Alright, so that's very interesting. I got Subaru Impreza Wagon, but this time it's version 5 from 1998. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Buy some modifications and check out if this vehicle is actually very nice or not so nice. I need to have some fun with this car. And even though it's just another generation from Subaru Impreza GC, nobody said I cannot use this vehicle. I have luckily enough cash to buy a lot of modifications, so the only thing that might keep me away from this is the fact that even though I have some cash, the power limits are still here, so yeah. This can't be so easy. Alright, I forgot. You can see, check out lightweight stages, but you need to buy them all and all. You need to buy first and second before going to third. Fine. Now it's time for a little turbo kit. And just to be sure, also suspension. Let's get this semi-racing because I don't need fully customizable one. Now this vehicle have a lot of horsepower, so the second race ain't gonna be so difficult. Not sure about the cash though. All I know is that this 80s Sports Car Cup is gonna be very easy, even though it's actually a set of 5 races, not 3. One way or another, there's gonna be something nice with Grand Touring and pure sports cars, because this is lineup 3, so a bigger class. Fine, whatever. Wagon Cup, second race. Not sure where, because I don't care. That's because it's Japanese version. Alright, Super Speedway. Luckily I got all these modifications. I might say that this version 5 is actually very fast, but also this modified boxer engine. I mean modified. Next generation of this boxer engine is also very good. As you can see, almost 400 PS, close to the power limit, but I can still drive fast and leave them all eating my dust. Okay, few laps on Super Speedway. It's actually a bit easier than its first race. Not only because of the modifications, but rather the fact that we are driving on oval track. Starting grid was supposed to be kind of frightening, but this race was too easy for me. So it's time to take this cash and get a new car. Alright, alright, so the next prize car I got is Mugen Accord Wagon. Even though we can see that the front side is similar to this Euro R version, the rear side is completely different, so just to be sure, Honda Accord got many differences when it comes to European, American and Japanese versions, so now you can see the difference. Anyway, I'm gonna take my chances with the Subaru Impreza. I got version 3 or 2 or 1, I'm not sure right now. Probably I got version 1. Now I got version 5, but I don't care because I'm getting closer to this power limits. Okay, third race. Route 5. Probably special stage Route 5. Should be interesting. Okay. Again, not many differences. Subaru Legacy, Subaru Impreza, some other cars. Okay, so this is Mazda Familia S Wagon. Okay. Also Nissan Primera, another Legacy, I mean another version of the second generation. Oops. Not sure of lights or it's because the truck is set at night and there's a lot of objects. Okay, looks like there's a bit of a problem with loading all these textures and everything else. Because you know in PlayStation 1 there was a special script that triggers. It's not draw distance, it's something like a special script that triggers textures and objects to load when you're getting closer. Something like it generating itself, extract or something like that. Okay. Luckily this race wasn't so difficult. Alright, third race in Wagon Cup, fast, not many differences. Alright, so time to get the bonus. I also got a new car. I'll ride this save file. Okay, so I guess it's time to move on to 80 Sports Car Cup. It's gonna take some time, but luckily I have all day to finish it. Let's check that out. Alright, so price car I got for this third race was Nissan Stagia 260 RS, but this is version tuned by Nismo. Okay. A very nice body kit, by the way. Okay, so now I have a bit of a problem because I need to get a vehicle that was made in the 80s, and sadly I'm not sure if I even have something like this. I have Cell 80, but this is from 1998. RSX, Aspect. Nope. No chances. Sadly, only East City have used car dealerships, so let's check out old Mazda used car dealership if I can find something suitable for me for this 80s car cup. What we have here? Mazda Familia from 1989. It's a good old Mazda 323F, but to be honest, I really don't like this vehicle. I might afford a set of this popular Yunus Roadster normal. Let's check out this. Okay. Yunus Roadster 89. It's not so bad. I might have a chance to afford GTX, but to be honest, there's one big problem. Savannah GTX was probably made in 1990 and have over 200 PS. I might have a chance to get Savannah GT Limited, just like in Gran Turismo 4, but I'm not sure if this car is even available here in Gran Turismo 2. I need to buy a racing muffler, so this vehicle might have the same amount of horsepower just like this S special version, if I'm not mistaken. Because right now I'm driving NA version, the first ever version of Yunus Roadster. Lightweight, because wait for professional. I'm curious about racing modification. No way. Nope. Okay, engine, computer chip. I remember this feeling I had. When I was not such a good driver in Gran Turismo 3, I always got a chance to buy myself this Yunus Roadster from 1989. equipped it with computer chip, and just win Sunday Cup and others until I'm gonna get a nice car. Guess I can't afford. I can actually afford Turbo Kit. Not sure if it's gonna be usable at all, but I might have a chance to use it. They have Unos Roadster with 1.6 equipped with turbo. That's not so bad. 80 Sports Car Cup. So we have set of 3 races here and 2 races in the next page. So this is something like a championship or just an event with 5 races, whatever. First race is very simple, other 2 needs faster vehicles, and last 2 needs very fast cars. Luckily I don't care about that stuff. First thing I have to do is pass this first race. Power limits are very nice, and this is a race on Trail Mountain Circuit, and I'm driving Unos Roadster. Wow, very nice Japanese race on the Togue, something like that. And as you can see, we have Hashiroku, we have Toyota MR2, probably supercharged, and something else. No, another Hashiroku. Not sure if this is, or maybe it's not Hashiroku. I'm not sure about that, but I don't care. Car in the first place is probably Savannah RX-3 from early 80s, if I'm not mistaken. I have a feeling that this is RX-3, maybe even not from the early 80s, but late 70s. One way or another, kinda nice vehicle. Okay, he's getting away. I can't let him get away from me. We have super fast Unos Roadster equipped with a turbo. Yeah, it's Savannah RX-3. Alright, so I took a lead. Now it's the only matter of winning this race without any fails and other problems. So again, just like in Gran Turismo 1 and Gran Turismo 3, I had a chance to drive this beautiful Mazda Unos Roadster NA from 1989. I really like this version and not S Special or V Special, mostly because of this different engine. I just have this strange feeling that this first generation was actually very good and this kind of modified engine was not so good. Car just felt a bit different, and the colors you can see in the Gran Turismo for S and V Special are not very nice. If I could have a chance, I might actually afford Mariner Blue color, but instead I got Chesty White, if I'm not mistaken. There is also an option to buy Silverstone Metallic, but in Gran Turismo 2 it's not looking as good as I thought it would look like. One way or another, looks like this is a nice vehicle. With these modifications, it's actually a very fast car, no problems. You can actually feel that this car is very nice. No such fails. Front engine rear-wheel drive, sure, 2 seats. That may be a problem for me, but if I would have a chance, maybe I'll buy this Roadster one day. Well, I can't say that I'm a huge fan of Roadsters, but why not? Even though I am a lonely man, some way, I kinda have this strange interest when it comes to family cars or wagons. Yeah, that's very strange because I don't have a wife, 2 kids, and something else on my mind. Work and midlife crisis. Strangely enough, instead of 2 laps, also I got 3 laps here, so it's gonna be a bit long event. Pretty nice. Okay, I'm getting away from them. That's pretty good. Okay. Finally, first race is finished. It's gonna take some time to pass it. Nice. So first race is passed. I really hope that I'm gonna get a nice price car. Something like Nissan Skyline GTR R31 at least. Or something different, I'm not sure right now. Whatever. Alright, time to move on to the next track. Alright, so what I got? Mugen Civic Vario. Well, I'm not a huge fan of sedans when it comes to Civics, but whatever. Let's check out other cars I have here. Okay, it was that touring kit. GTRs. It's Pro 2. Let's check it out. No sign of production beginning when it was first made. Looks like a bit of a problem. Guess I'll have to check out if they have something interesting at this used car dealership. Something like a Nissan or something else. I can see that they have a lot of cars. Okay. It's not a GTST, but rather a version made in 1989. Okay. What is this? Okay, it's for GTR Nismo. Wait. And this version? Made in 1991. Right. Well, what can I do? Let's check out this dark blue GTR from 1989. Luckily I have some cash to buy some upgrades. Not sure how it's gonna work out, but Fortune favors the brave. And luckily I just need to afford some stuff because power limits. Computer chip. No need to buy lightweight. Let's get back to this event. Second race is gonna take place on Route 5. Luckily I have pretty nice old vehicle. Okay, second track is Special Test Route 5. That's very good. Luckily it can't be so difficult. Yeah. I am racing with Toyota Celica ST185. There is another, okay, it's not Celica Supra, but another Hashiroku. This is all Suzuki and two Nissans. One looks like a Fair Lady, if it's not Savannah or X3. And there was also GTSR R31 if I'm not mistaken, so yeah, this race can't be so bad. I have GTR from 1989. Sure, I might be not a big fan of this dark blue color, but somehow it fits this track. Scenery here. Okay. Maybe it's not Savannah X3 behind me, but rather Fairlady 280 or Celica Supra. I mean, Celica Double X. Because you know, there was Celica Supra, but also in Europe and probably in America there was Celica Supra. I'm not sure about that because I can see pretty well how this rear side looks like, even though it is kind of similar. Also, again, I have 3 laps here, so it's gonna be a very long event. I just need some time. Right. It's a very difficult hairpin for them. So I have nice lead distance, even though I can see that this modified Hashiroku tries to pass me. If it would be a white Hashiroku, I might even pay some respects, because you know, initially Okay, so this race wasn't very hard, not sure about the next one though. Because you know, third track might have the same power limit, but I have this strange feeling it ain't gonna be so nice. These opponents ain't gonna let that slide. Right now I got a bit of a problem with this Toyota Corolla. No, Nissan March. I kinda had a strange feeling that it might resemble a Nissan Sunny, but it's actually an old March. Not sure how it was called in Europe because the last time I saw this vehicle in real life was about 10 years ago. Well, old cars. So, let's get the price. I got a new car, thank you. Just 3 races to finish this event. So let's check out the next few races I have on my mind. Okay. So, the prize car I got from this last race is another Mugen CRX Pro 3, right? So, I might say that I did not get a chance to afford a nice vehicle because, as you can see, another vehicle that's almost it's actually the same car, but you can afford it twice in Gran Turismo 2. One way or another, it's time for track number 3. So right now it's a little change because I'm driving in the Forest Raceway. Should be interesting. But let's check out how this race is gonna be passed. Because even though we have as an opponents same vehicles like earlier, now there's a little change because I can see all Nissan 180 SX or 200 SX. One way or another it was S13. Again, Nissan March, Turbo, old Savannah RX3 made by Mazda. Well, still it's a nice change. I'm driving on Deep Forest. I had Super Speedway and Deep Forest, so this is something different than racing all the time at Rome Short Course, at Tighty Road, Grindelwald and some other tracks I had on the beginning. Looks like now when it comes to lineup 3, something makes a change. Well, that's very nice. Alright. Even though this hairpin was taken too widely, something like that, I still have this first place, so that is not such a problem as losing this race. Right. I'm keeping nicely distance from all of them. However, I can see that one guy who is too far out from anybody else. Not sure why it happened, but guess I can't be pretty sure about anything happening here. Maybe he's just too slow. Okay. Again, got this little accident. Okay. Race number 3 is passed. The guy in the last place was actually a driver of Toyota Celica ST185 because Nissan March Turbo, even though it's not very fast neither, got a second place. Well, I don't know what to say about that one. Whatever. Let's get that cash, new car. I'm gonna move on to these 2 last races, pass them. I'm gonna get some rest. Okay, so let's check out the prize car and move on to these last 2 races. Okay. Now it's gonna be a very strange prize car because again it's a Mugen, but this time it's Mugen Civic Type R. And yeah, this is a prize car bypassing 80 Sports Car Cup. No questions. Okay, so if this last 2 races requires a vehicle that have 400 PS, and there might be not big problem with this production year difference, I'm gonna try this preceding model again. Just gonna check out if this is even possible. It is. So only 2 races prevent me from getting nice prize in cash and some nice cars. Right now it's time for a race. What a surprise, Seattle Circuit full course. Well, it's gonna be a nice challenge. Not only I'm racing 3 laps around this Seattle circuit here, but also turns out you don't even need a vehicle suitable for Japanese 80s. If these price cars are actually something like that, then it's no surprise to me. And again, the only thing that matters in these events are power limits. That's also kind of strange, and I can understand why in Gran Turismo 3 they got so many regulations for these events. Because seriously, 80 Sports Car Cup and you're racing in a vehicle that's from 90s. That's just very strange. However, 3 laps on CL circuit, it ain't gonna be so bad. I'm gonna take my time having fun here. It's all gonna be alright. Okay, that's nice. Oh, that's something nice. Seeing them driving too fast on this hairpin. Alright. As long as they are away from me, everything is great. However, the only thing that's very strange in this Turismo 400R is oversteer, even though it's a four-wheel drive vehicle, so it might have a lot of traction. Not sure why it happens. Alright. Race number 4 is passed. Now it's just only one track, one prize car and some money, and I can finally get some rest. These championships are not very difficult, but the fact that it's a very sunny day, it's very hot in my house, well, you know the drill. Okay, so there is only one race to finish this event. Okay, so next prize car I got is another Mugen, but this time I got Mugen Integra Type R. Another strange modification of vehicle made by Honda. I don't know why it happens, but luckily I don't care about that stuff. Let's just pass this event so I can check out the last prize car and just finish this event. These prize cars are very funny, very strange too. I guess the last race is gonna take place on Tidy Road, but luckily it also ain't a surprise for me. So let's win this race. Okay. So we have as an opponent Mazda Savannah RX-7 Infiniti, and now we also have Toyota Supra. If I'm not mistaken, this is a model A80 or something like that. Anyway, it was probably a first generation of Toyota Supra. Whatever. 3 laps on tidy road, what I have left here. Okay. Yeah, it's very strange because I have the feeling that this Nissan Skyline R33 might actually be a good vehicle when it comes to driving fast. Turns out R33 with these modifications is a very good car when it comes to drifting, even though it has 4-wheel drive system. Okay. Okay. Again, it looks like there is a bit of a problem with loading all these textures. Okay, finally I passed all these races in these two events, so now it's time to get this cash, last prize car for today, and I'm getting out. Okay, so in the next episode I'm gonna have Gran Touring Car Trophy, which is mostly about speed and we can get a lot of cash, but also Pure Sports Car Cup, also with very fast drivers. It's gonna be a nice show. Anyway, the last prize car is finally something interesting, because I finally got a chance to afford another race car, even though it's an ugly silhouette formula version of Nissan Skyline R30. Well, that's still something. Even though I'm not sure if I'm gonna ever use that car. Maybe I might sell it to somebody. Well, that's all I have for today. So stay tuned for the next video and have a nice day.